from the home of the three-piece combos, Pugilism Company. This is Reed BBS. BBS. Black Birch Sugar. Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. Premier Boxing Champions and Fox Sports revealed their 2019 boxing schedule. All told, PBC and Fox have struck a deal that will consist of 10 fights a year on Fox and 10 additional fights on Fox Sports 1. The beginning of this schedule will be December 22nd this year, of course, featuring the brothers Charlo. I said the brothers Charlo, Jermell and Jamal, as they each make title defenses. They flipped a coin at the press conference. I forget who got headline main event status and who didn't, but either way, it's never a dull moment with the brothers Charlo. On January 13th, we have Jose Uzcategui versus Caleb Plant. On January 26th, Keith Thurman. Now, hey, be careful with this one. Allegedly, Keith Thurman is returning to the ring. We'll see about that. Don't fully believe it until you see the ring walk. But allegedly, Keith Thurman is returning to the ring January 26th. He'll be facing Josecito Lopez. Now, if Thurman backs out of that one against Josecito Lopez, he's for real done. Because I know for a fact Errol Spence Jr. has been trying to fight, or had been trying to fight Josecito Lopez as early as his second year as a pro. Like, that was a fight he sought, along with a few other dudes. So this one's a little tricky. Most reports are saying February 16th. One or two others are saying February 23rd. That's when we'll get Leo Santa Cruz headlining on Fox versus Miguel Flores. Again, I think February 16th is the more solid date there, but I have seen a report or two suggesting February 23rd, 1 week later, is the date. We'll see how that goes down. March 9th. Sean Porter defends against Yordanis Ugas. On the undercard, pretty good undercard, we got Lamont Peterson versus Sergey Lipinets. Pretty good 2-fight bill. I won't lie there. Now for Porter, man, this is a high risk, low reward proposition. Given Ugas's Cuban boxing background, coupled with Porter's lack of height and reach, the fact Porter has to fight off his front foot the majority of the time just to win, like, that's how Sean Porter has to fight. He's got to be that front foot dude. He's got to bring the fight to you. Like, this is not a gimme for Sean Porter by any stretch, by any means. This is not a gimme, y'all. This is no soft touch. Sean Porter will have to engage just to be effective, which plays right into the hands of the rangier, better skilled Ugas. I mean, it just does. I'm not picking Ugas, but this won't be no walk in the park for Sean Porter by any means. Now, props to my man Porter for facing a tough mandatory right out the gate, but he may end up regretting not unifying with Spence for more money. It just is what it is. I probably will be wrong. I'm even betting I'll be wrong, but it's out there, man. Hey, real quick, subscribe, like, comment. Subscribe, like, comment. Subscribe, like, comment. Elaborating further on the Fox schedule, March 16th, Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. But before I elaborate on that, April 20th, we have Danny Garcia versus Adrian Granados. April 20th, Danny Garcia versus Adrian Granados. But back to March 16th. Speaking of Spence, now it's official. Now it's official. There were some preemptive strikes. Some people shot their load a little early. But now it's official. Errol Spence versus Mikey Garcia. AT&T Stadium, a.k.a. Jerry World, on Fox pay-per-view. Man, I've spoken at length on the fight itself. I won't elaborate further on this podcast. My interest in this particular instance is on I want to hear, I want to see, I want to hear, and I want to calculate and tabulate Showtime pay-per-views financial stake in this. That's what I want to know. How happy are they? And I'm not trying to start no shit. I'm just asking. I'm a simple man just asking a simple question. What is Showtime pay-per-views take on this Fox pay-per-view deal? Now, hey, Al Heyman is going to flex. He's going to do what he's got to do. He's going to constantly evolve and switch his business model. So just when all these streaming app services are coming out, DAZN, ESPN Plus, and just when Bob Arum is flexing like, hey, I'm over here with ESPN, so if Spence Crawford happens, it only makes sense that I'm here with this big sports network. Well, next thing you know, Al Heyman signs with Fox, a pretty large sports network itself. Not ESPN big, but all things considered, it was still could possibly be enough to sway the fight one way or the other. Again, this is all A-side, B-side, jousting, and juggling. That's exactly what it is, y'all. So let's accept it for what it is. But getting away from that, huge fight for boxing. Spence Mikey I'm speaking of. Huge fight for my neck of the woods, Dallas-Fort Worth. I mean, we got the prodigal son not only fighting at home, but in the home of America's team, our Dallas Cowboys. For anyone like me who's bled, sweated, and cried over boxing in the Dallas area, fighters, fights, etc., it gets no bigger or better than that, man. I can't wait to be a part of it. Just the news of it makes me happy and proud, and I'm beaming, man. I love it. Speaking of Dallas, real quick, my man Mighty Mo, Maurice Hooker, will be facing Alex Saucedo this Friday. It's not going to be Saturday. It's going to be an ESPN telecast this Friday. Me and Sarge are going to roll up there, and we're going to cover the presser, and we're going to be at the fight. We're going to get y'all some coverage specifically about this fight, Maurice Hooker versus Alex Saucedo. And I'm calling it now, fight of the year. I'm predicting fight of the year. Their styles will mesh well. They're both tall, rangy dudes who don't use their height or length at all. They're big targets, so they're not very difficult to hit cleanly. And they both want immediate payback once they get hit cleanly. That's a recipe for some fight of the year shit. And Saucedo is coming off what is my selection right now probably as 2018 fight of the year against Lenny Zapovina. Like, that was his last fight in his hometown of Oklahoma City. So yeah, me and Sarge, man, we're gonna drive up I-35. It's just like 2.5-3 hours from Dallas. We're gonna get some coverage for y'all, and we're gonna check the fight out too. Before I get out of here, got to pay my respects to Alexander Usyk's 8th round KO of Tony Bellew. Like, at this point, Usyk is a no-brainer choice for 2018 Fighter of the Year. I know I'm late with this news, but like I say, out of respect for what he's done this year and on this particular performance, I definitely have to document myself speaking on it. Just in this year alone, he won the World Boxing Super Series tournament, becoming the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. Some judges, the judges of the fight, I should say, had the fight close. I've heard podcasters I cut for saying they had Bellew ahead. Now, I didn't score the fight myself, so I can't agree or disagree with that. But watching the fight myself, I can honestly say I never got the sense Usyk was not in full control. He was pressuring Bellew all fight long. He was switching speeds and power on his shots. Like, they weren't just all hard fastballs that he was throwing at Bellew. He'd touch him sometimes and then whop, sneak in a hard one. For a 6'3" dude in particular, Usyk switched levels on the target area of his shots extremely well. Like, you're not expecting 6'3" dudes to bend down and lean in, which isn't safe always, but it's still good to know you have that nimbleness, that dexterity, especially at 6'3" and 200 plus pounds. Like, that's not easy, man. And it takes a lot out of you from a physical and stamina standpoint. But shit, man, he ended the fight. He ended Bellew in spectacular fashion. Buzzed Bellew with 2 left hooks, and then Usyk went left hook crazy and then stretched my man flat on his back, head resting on the bottom rope. Now, as much as I'm bragging and praising and respecting and honoring Alexander Usyk, he better work his way up to the Wilders, the Furies, and the Joshuas of the world. Like, I'm not getting it twisted. Like, it's far more realistic for him to think about them guys in maybe 2020 or so. Anyway, subscribe, like, comment. From the home of the 3-piece combos, Pugilism Company. This is Reed, BBS. Blackbird Sugar. Bachelor's in Boxing Studies. When all is said and done, there's nothing left to say or do.